debate a game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Pumped up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the bay, the game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the lead, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the bay, the game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. Ay, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
That's how I be happy. This for all my not a baby. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cause been weak since. Damn. Tell me how you really feel. Yeah. All I wanted was a couple mil. Make the city proud. Put it down for them. Come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian. Crash landing. In the dirty apartments. Stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest. Big time. Like the New Orleans. Real shine. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get it. Where they at? Get it. Money growing on trees, hanging on palms, spilling code 304. She don't want a 16 renegade on up, make it. Buy a trees, no love. I'ma sleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas, face getting ran. Gotta watch for the cameras before you get freaky. Can't with no random these. The sneaky, if police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. On 55th Street. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartments, stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like the New Orleans, real shine. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get it, where they at? Get it.
We need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one day, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, bro, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top. Yeah.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I'm squinting. Bro, give me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. No, I could've been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my get together, go to work. I've been hitting the licks since flip verse first. Riding like witchcraft, finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt. Everybody gang till it get bad. Do you hear me? The ghetto was a mismatch. You ain't never finna win that, nah. In the ghetto, I'm a
Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Right to the air goes Nix. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Humphrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run on first down. Humphrey. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Throwing Nix. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. To throw, here's Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And his kick here is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Titans, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Again, it's Pacheco. The Browns at 10-3 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 5. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jonathan Allen, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
a
that
really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the
whole thing.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. If you look at this Browns defense, they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Working out of the gun is Nix. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. From the gun. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Pacheco once again. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And good for 19 and a first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Isaiah Pacheco with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
two good drives on their first two possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-3. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Humphrey, and he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And this is a nice display of belief and faith right here, because he just fumbled on the previous drive and it led to a field goal. They definitely want him to have a short memory, and they believe he has one. So they put him right back in the fire early in the next drive.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Justin Jefferson. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Here's Nix. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Second and 9 now. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Nix to the air. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Now it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw is Nix. He's going to look deep down the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Now they'll change things up. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one brought in by Jefferson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get it back here just past the 35. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive. I think they just crossed it on that one.
He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 48 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Being chased out left. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Point after try forthcoming. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. Off play action. Biggs. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation. And what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Biggs. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll keep it on the ground. Humphrey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 141 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Throwing left side, it's complete. The end result, 21 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they were with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on fourth and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 20, here's second and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's third and 2. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's second and 7.
Operating from the gun, Biggs. To the right side and intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Browns. From 3 yards out.
And the Browns extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Operating from the gun. Biggs. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Looking to throw. Biggs. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running left to give to Pacheco. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were. But don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Browns, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year.